planning for an assault on the year for the businesses, and particularly Backable for the expansion there. So if you're wondering what the hell I'm doing, that's exactly what I'm doing at the moment. This is the planning hideaway in the mountains, which is really lovely. But I wanted particularly to kick off this year with a discussion about performance and remembering what performance is in SMEs. So obviously we're an SME performance discussion here on Backable, and the whole focus is how do we get our SME to the next level? And for those of you who I've worked with personally, we've had this conversation on the surface a few times, which is if you're going to play the game, at least play it to be number one, because you don't spend any extra energy and you make 10 times the amount of money. Okay, so there's a point that if you're running a business, and obviously everyone here is listening and wants to be part of this community and it's been sharing and supporting other members in the community, we've got to set ourselves at the start of every year for where am I going to grow up this year? And it's not, I don't want to sound patronizing, but honestly, where am I going to grow up? And it's not an age thing. It's not the size of your business thing. It's not how much money you made last year. It's a mindset of I'm leading my company. I want to do better and I want to get more back. And the question I want to talk about today and in the next sort of 20 minutes is, have we consciously made a decision about who we're going to be in the next 6 months? Don't even worry about the whole year. Let's just get to the end of the Southern Hemisphere or Australian financial year. For all those listening overseas and rewatching, it's a little bit different. But really make this decision, but think about it on a deeper level. And maybe it's the crystals around Byron Bay and all the positive energy and trying to think of things earlier. Maybe that's the effect of what I'm trying to get at. But I really want to talk about where is your business in 6 months and why is it there? Because a lot of the time, we've probably already started doing some work now. And I know a lot of you have been busy over this Christmas period, so this might not even feel like a fresh year. This might feel like, holy moly, I still feel like I'm recovering from last year, which is perfectly okay because top performers play injured. It's like sporting teams. The great ones play injured 90% of the time. Not injury where you're going to damage yourself for the long term, but you've got to play through the periods where it's not right. There's always something wrong. You might have 80% of your business doing the right things, a couple of problems, and you focus on those couple of problems that basically destroy the 80% of the things that are happening and compounding and getting you there. And when we have those times, and particularly this time of the year, I want to elevate our thinking. I want to say, hey, you're the leader of the company, take a step up. Look at it from a more macro level. Look at the last 5 years in isolation of where you've come from. Because we look too short term, and when something goes wrong, it kills our energy and it's heavy. And to win this game, particularly in SMEs, you need to be light at times when there's heaviness around. It's about being able to lose a client and obviously be annoyed by it, by the way, because we should always be annoyed by it. That's part of us, right? But it should be about, I'm annoyed because we lost it, but I'm analytical in the reasons why. And now I'm going to get 2 back. So we have a rule in our companies, you lose a client, you get 2 back. All hands on deck. Now, it's a bit silly, right? It's a bit of a war cry. We like it internally in the businesses I own. But I want you to think about the attitude of what will rattle you this year. And I'm not welcoming bad juju in. I'm not welcoming problems. But we know how this game is now. It doesn't get any different. But what I do want you to do is put a stake in the ground of what will rattle you this year. What will you allow to be difficult? And the answer should be not too much in my business. Save that energy for personal stuff, right? That's hard enough as it is living life. But in your business, top performers are detached from situations. It's analytical. We use our skill, we use our experience, we make a decision, and we see what happens. That's all we've got. And the emotion we pour into it is generally the things that makes it slow down. So the reality is you're going to get there, but it may not be in the form that you expect. And that's the point. It's letting go of the way it has to be for you versus I'm going to be open to opportunity and where I need to move and shake to find the opportunity. not the planned opportunity. Because I love planning. As a lot of you guys know, I'm a control freak, right? I love to plan. I work in 12-week periods. I do it in my private life. I do it in my businesses. I want achievement. I want measurement. And I want change. But I don't want to be so rigid that I miss opportunities when they're trying to knock my door down. And so the thing I would like you to think about, particularly at this time of year, is where is your business and your priorities right now? Really though. Because I know you'll think about it a lot, but that doesn't mean it's a high priority. It just means something you stress about. And I'm challenging you, and for those of you who I work with, we're about to start a 100-day literal challenge of we're going to fast track our businesses 5 years. Like, I want my guys to win. It's just as simple as that. Now, in your own businesses or people that I don't directly work with, what have you set that's going to be your goal? This is the time to put the foot on the accelerator. This is the time to double down. And this is the time to think about where is your energy being spent on things that sort of work, and where's your energy being spent on things that you do normally but actually don't have much of an impact. And I'm really asking you to take the samurai sword out. I want you to kill the things that waste your time at this period. So this quarter, what is a waste of time and why are you doing it? And I really want you to think about that. And it might be personal things, it may be business things, but there's an opportunity right now with the world in a little bit of turmoil to make better decisions and change the way we operate. It doesn't mean it will be less stressful for the short period, but let's course correct our business, but particularly our leadership and the way we're approaching our business. So if I ask a question, which is really simple stuff, how many new clients did we get last year? If we don't know that, do we know our numbers well enough? What was our gross profit in the month of December? Not sure? Why not? We're February. Unacceptable, right? In a performance environment, because it's not our business, it's our life. And this is the bit I'm going to harp on for the next, few months, which is don't disrespect the vehicle that's going to change your world. Don't treat it with contempt. Don't treat it with, oh no, my business is my number one priority. I don't remember what we did last quarter. It just won't work. And so I really want to challenge everyone to really think about what will be the defining change this quarter for you to get a result you've never got before. And I know a few of the members here are actually on trajectories that are incredible. And so I'm not trying to put extra pressure. This is not a pressure conversation. There are two types of SMEs. There are people who want to be an SME and enjoy the energy of an SME, which is famine to feast, famine to feast, famine to feast. And then there's this type of SME that's just passing through. They're passing this part of the business to build a company and an asset that's going to support their life. And I want to encourage you to think about what type of SME you are or where you are in the journey. Are you camped or are you moving through? And listen, this doesn't mean just because you decide to move through that suddenly everything's going to rain and you're going to make so much cash. But we need to start making different decisions around time, around energy. We need to ask how to ask for help. So I want to talk about these things together because most of the time when we think we've got it, that's the time we have to revisit it, which is the irony of it. Anytime I think, starting to get this game, I get scared because I know now I'm really becoming an egomaniac and I'm missing the next level. I've camped. And it's not because you should always feel in anxiousness or anxiety or even your efforts from last year just to get through. I don't want to diminish any of your efforts. You should be proud of that. It's not about not being proud because you're not where you want to go. But the people who are ultra successful and grow ultra fast businesses, they're never thinking about, now I'll just do a bit of this. They're always like, great, what's the next part of the process? What's the next part of the process? Energy there, energy there, energy there. Lost a client, great. Why? Fine, change. Lost an employee, great. Why? Change. It's process, improvement, acceleration. Process, improvement, acceleration. So we can't talk with kid gloves anymore. And I want an environment that's, supportive. I want you to feel like you can talk about your problems. That's okay. We'll share our experiences together. But I also don't want you to be average. And average is just so common. If you're hanging around people who aren't growing businesses, you've got to rethink it. Not from a friendship. Like, that's good. I'm still hanging around with a lot of people that will never go anywhere in their business. Don't worry about that. I like the person, but I don't talk business with them. I don't have debates about business because we're playing in different worlds. And so when we're talking and thinking about this, I really want you to align with people, things, and opportunities that are going to get you to the next level. It's not using people to do that. That's what we should be doing. I want you to look at things like, say, a lost employee, for instance, which is a common one, right? People come out of Christmas, everyone's a little bit disabled from, I've got to rethink my life. That's okay. That's the prerogative of an employee. But sometimes as your business grows, energetically, most people won't fit and you need to transition them. Clients as well. Also, clients that you deal with directly. For a lot of us that are self-funded, you're not going to deal with clients soon. You shouldn't, because then you're camping. You actually have to get to a point where you've got a team that are doing the work for you. Now, for a lot of people, that's really scary because you're like, no, but I'm the key person who drives the revenue and I'm the key person that clients love. Well, we've all gone through it. But that's a distinct moment in time where you change your whole future because you decide to figure that out this year. You decide to experiment with all the new clients that come in that might not even meet you. I'm proud and embarrassed to not know all the clients in my companies. I'm embarrassed because I'd love to know them, right? Because it feels right. That's my old conditioning. But I'm also proud because I know that who gets to look after them is doing a lot better job than me because I'm distracted with the things I should be doing as CEO. But that's a decision now, not when you've got a little bit more money, not when whatever the reason is, insert reason why you think you can't do that now. And I want to start thinking in terms of high performance. Most people who run bigger businesses are exactly where, or have been where you are, but their decision was, how do we keep growing and how do I get myself out of the way? That's it. That's the only real big difference. You'll learn all the things as we go along. Trust me, there'll be plenty of people trying to sell you the solution when you need it. And the good thing is you'll have the money so you can buy the solution. But I want to start really thinking about, where are the goals right now, honestly, for yourself? Equally, where are you going to look after yourself this year? So on Backable, and for all of those who are going to tune in every week, I'm going to push you to have an exciting year personally. I want to push you to not be a hermit. I want to push you to not think like a school kid. Oh, it's a school night. Nothing happens. Bullshit. Oh, see, Nigel, I said I won't swear once, but I will. But this is the point, right? You're a 7-day-a-week business owner and you are a 7-day-a-week human. It's not weekends. It's not weekdays. It's all just life. So you need to work out what actually motivates you. Where's the excitement? Why do you actually want to make more money? Honestly, if we all added $500,000 extra this year, what will you do with it? If the answer is, I'll work it out when I've got it, it doesn't work like that. It doesn't. I need you, I'm being silly. 500 grand, $1 million, 2 million, it doesn't matter. Maybe it's 10 grand. And it doesn't mean you have to buy flashy toys or wonderful watches, but you need to work out or recalibrate, why am I doing this again? Why am I going through this? Or am I happy where we're at? That's also a good place. If you're happy, let's just outsource your work so you can choose to work where you want. Or let's work out how to give you the lifestyle around the business you want. That's perfectly fine. Not everyone has to grow a multi-million-dollar business. But for those of you who honestly are compromising because you don't feel you know how to get to the next level, let's get rid of that. Let's revisit it. It's going to be the next 3 to 4 years of opportunity like we've never seen. And it's not just because of the COVID stuff that happened. It's because I actually think a lot of people were exhausted last year. there's actually a lot of people who probably don't want to rebuild or try or keep going or have the energy for it. It's very interesting. I'm having a lot of interesting conversation, like, wow, this is a big opportunity for those who have got energy. And wow, this is an opportunity for those who want new employees. There's so much around, and most people are talking about JobKeeper finishing. Like, why would you put your energy there? That's just a cherry on top if you can get it. We should be working out what our business needs to go to the next level while everyone else is worried about what they're not getting. And I want to totally respect people who need a JobKeeper, because there's some industries you've got no choice, right? And I want to respect that. But also, my God, the job put COVID this year, the year before it was no cash flow, the year before it was something else, the year before it was a mistake, the year before it was a bad partnership, whatever. That's just business, right? So where are we at from a mindset right now? If you check in with yourself, where are you actually at? Where have you put boundaries around when's your next break? And is it locked into your calendar? How do we act like a pro athlete in our business? Okay, I've got here. I know I'm getting away. I don't care where it is. This is where I'm great. I've got to get here. Let's work backwards. What needs to get done? Who do I need to outsource? Whatever it is. What have your expectations been in your staff if you have them? Who's actually growing your business? Who's an asset to your business this year? Someone who was a great asset 5 years ago may not be the same person this year. And it's not because they're not awesome. They were just great for a different stage of your business. Who are the people that you're going to bring through this year? How are you being perceived publicly? What are the things that we're doing, as I said before, that just aren't working? Great. Fix them or kill them. Because we don't have the time and resources of SMEs to allow things to lag. And a lot of us do it, right? There's probably things we've been doing for years going, oh my God, why do I keep doing this? But this is the time now to go, actually, if I was a pro athlete, limited resources, I'm going to run this business. Assume you rebought your business last week. So all of us are so smart. We've come in and we've bought our business, and we've got 18 months to quadruple it. You know nothing about the business. You're starting the analysis. Who's great? What's great? What's the asset? What's underperforming? What needs more energy? What needs more money? What needs more whatever it is? But if you approach your business like that every 18 months, you work out whether you should be the CEO. So for me, I always start with, I hate everything about my business every quarter. And then I calm down and go, actually, that's pretty good. We're in that stage of it. That's going really well. We're investing in that. These are great people. These are great clients. These are clients that I'm actually not so good with. Am I going to keep them, get rid of them, or am I going to reapproach it, whatever it is? But that's got to be every 12 weeks, because we have to treat our businesses as the vehicle that are going to get us wherever we want to go. There's no faster asset growth, regardless of the stuff you would have seen in the share market, right? But that's not real. That's not our area. We're business builders, not the technicians that you are in the business you are. You're a business builder. So if you can't see the pathway of where you want to get to, that's where your time should be spent now, from a mindset of, just bought this business, what would I need to do? Most people, the second thought is, but I need more money. If you're a great performer, there's money for you. I promise you. There is more money looking for great performers, and they will back you. Because when people say, if I only had an extra $1 million, we would be the best in our industry. I go, great, show me the plan. Let's see if we can do that. I don't have one. So you're not really wanting the money. You want the excuse around why we can't get to the next level, right? Because it's not always money. And this isn't about beating us up. This is about the start of 2021. How do you find the advantage? So the thought process today is, honestly, what do I need to start shifting? I like to start with my office, to be honest with you. I actually like to mix up my environment sometimes just to feel fresh. Because I used to look around and go, that thing's been sitting there for 5 years. I've never even looked at it. Like, check it out. Whatever it is. So it might be environmentally, what do you need to do? It might be your routine that's not helping you. What is your routine now, and is it serving you the way you are? I've been harping on the health and fitness side of things. I'm a big believer if you don't look at your health and fitness as your greatest asset, you don't really get life, because there's no point being so successful and not being able to enjoy it. So that doesn't mean being skinny and ripped and all the, six pack. I mean, what is it for you to get the clarity and energy you need to do what you want to do? And most of us deep down know that we could probably be a hell of a lot fitter. And as I said, don't take that as skinnier. I'm talking about as fitter, which means you wake up buzzing in the mornings. You got that energy of, I'm looking forward to today, not trying to get through to Wednesday, have an okay Thursday, and then Friday we'll start to ease into the weekend, right? We can't have another year of that. So in the next sort of half an hour, I want to talk about where we're at from a mindset point of view and what are the significant things that you want to shift or that you want to be conscious of to get you to the next level. What is unacceptable level of performance for you over the next 12 weeks? And what is something you'd be proud of that you're actually going to take action in that's just not quite there yet in your business or life? Because that should be a conversation with also your networks. Sitting with people and go, tell me what's going to be different about you this year. And if it is, I'm just going to hold on to the reins because we're growing at a rate that I'm uncomfortable with, high five to you. It's not beating you up. I don't want to diminish how much effort everyone went to last year, because last year was tough, not just from performance, but just the unknowing, right? Having that over our heads. But when you see an opportunity or weakness in our SME world, which there is, from a mental toughness, it's unstable. This is our opportunity. This literally can be something that we will never see again. So if you've decided to stay in your business, then let's go faster, go bigger, or look to change our experience in our business. Because a lot of you, even though you guys are doing great, let's get to the next level then. What is the next level? What if I took the shackles off and said, whatever you wanted, we could do? What would that be? And I don't want that to be patronizing, as in, I get it, we're all working hard. But 2021 should be, if your business is a priority, what do you have to do? Like a real killer, like you come in as a specialist. I'm going to do this, I'm going to make this work, and the rest of my business needs to do this, this, this. And I've got clarity. Wake up every day, execute the things you need to do, see what happens. Does that make sense to everyone? So I want to open that conversation up. That's today's theme. For everyone who's watching publicly, you're welcome to click the link and join our conversation privately, one that we're not broadcasting. Nigel, I'll let you make those adjustments. But for everyone else, just as the